What is up? I'm here with a furry friend, and I do mean a furry friend. Poppy
Ugh.
Keaton is here in the flesh. Oh, I thought that was your
Hey,
fursuit.
I
The
wish.
fursuit
Nah.
reveal is so realistic. It's an actual dog. Welcome to the. You've been on the stream many times before, only in text chat over there. I'm pointing at the wrong side, but now you're here in real life. Thanks for coming on.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, and I'm
Um,
glad to finally
Go
like
on.
meet you properly.
Yeah,
we're we're already twinning with the shirts.
absolutely.
Where I was like, what's the most furry adjacent thing that I own to wear? And I was like, I have a million Sonic shirts, so it's got to be Sonic. Well,
Sonic the Hedgehog is definitely furry adjacent.
yeah, oh, totally. I barely even adjacent at this point. It's just it's kind of just is,
Oh yeah.
depending on the iteration. Well, if you can't tell, dear viewers, we're gonna be talking about some furry stuff today. The conversation's gonna get hairy, if you will. Um,
Yeah.
I gave Josh the week off. Maybe I should have taken the week off because, as you can tell, I sound like I have swallowed a frog. It's probably an animal, a better hairy animal that I could have gone for. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Scratch that. That's something different entirely. um, yeah, Josh has the week off, and Keaton was in chat being like, I just went to a furry con. I want to talk about it. I was like, why don't you just come on and we can talk about like furry stuff in general, because it's always something that's fascinated me and something that I've kind of skirted around my whole life. Maybe not as much as I think, and we'll get into with Bite the shark, because you brought
Yeah.
something up interesting the other day on stream. But yes, something that's always, I mean, I think we've all dabbled in some kind of way in our mind. Like when Space Jam came out, Lola Bunny, like I don't know what you're into, but like Lola Bunny, I mean, I don't know if you're like on the Lola Bunny side of things or if you're on the Tony the Tiger side of things, but like we had a lot of fur bait growing up. I mean, I imagine we're similar in age. So what was I guess off the bat, like how did you get into this fandom? You were saying off stream before we started that you might want to start with like by defining like what is your definition of what a furry actually is.
I'm going to take the uh, honestly the most fair but the cheapest way out. A furry is simply someone who identifies as a furry.
Aha.
Um, or like I know a lot of people say like, well, do you need to have a fursuit? No, that makes you a fursuiter, which is a subsection of furry. Like, do you need a fursona? Nah, you'll probably get one as you go along.
Hmm.
Which is the furry identity, that the one that you use to represent yourself in the fandom. But no, if you just furries are cool and I want to be one, then cool. Welcome to the furry fandom. You're there. Same way with being a gamer. Really, it's like, well, do you need to have an expensive console? Nah, just anything. As long as you like, just relax with a video game, you're a video gamer. So,
So it's more on
that's
the
kind of the
interest. That so I always thought like in order to be a furry you had to have a fursona. So that, I mean, we're quashing misconceptions right out the gate. So that's interesting. So just if you are just interested in like, or if it like sparks not to Marie Kondo it, but if it sparks joy, then like you're automatically a furry.
yeah. I
Ah,
don't see why not. Like, I mean, personas are a big part of the fandom because that's usually how you identify yourself as. Like for instance, I have Poppy the Keaton. That's my persona. He is he is a Keaton from the Majora's Mask
yeah.
version of Legend of Zelda, and he runs around. He is. I'm trying the best way to describe this. So he is a feral furry. He does not walk on twos. He runs around on all fours, more like a fox,
Hmm.
a sentient fox with three tails. But he also carries a magical Nintendo power with him because because he is a Keaton, he does quizzes. So
Right.
whenever it's just the character will open up the magical Nintendo power to whatever question that I need to figure out off the top of my head to answer
That's
or to
great.
ask.
So in the Zelda universe, Poppy Keaton has a Nintendo Power, which will tell you how to play the Zelda video games.
Yes.
That's great. Jimmy says,
It's a shame that Link never seeks me out.
yeah, right. Jimmy's in chat. What's up, Jimmy? He says, I still run up my stairs on all fours just to feel alive.
Yes. Yeah, if as a child you run up on the stairs on all fours, you're at least furry adjacent.
Yeah, you're already there. Uh, I think my limbs are too long. I have like a over 6 foot wingspan, so like I don't know. I would look like a spider, a horrible spider creature coming up the stairs. Which could also bring me to my next point. Like, why do you think it is that most people tend to go for the canine type of characters or like furry, characters rather than like, you know, a spider or for me, I guess I have a fursona because you kind of called me in and we'll talk about that. But Bite the Shark is kind of probably my first fursona. What do you think the draw is to specifically like dogs, cats, foxes, wolves, like that, anything with toe beans? Like, why is that like the one that seems to be 90% of all furries? Or maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong. Although there might be more diversity in the younger generation. It's all it could. I mean, all theories. I'll just straight up saying right away, all theories, no facts.
Yeah.
But I mean, look at Disney's Robin Hood. Disney's
Yeah.
yeah. Look at Disney from our formative years. Jungle Book, Robin Hood, like Robin Hood.
Robin Hood was like, yeah, the one.
Yeah.
Star Fox.
I mean, even then, Star Fox, yes. And I don't know, like, I mean, look, honestly, if you look at like anthropomorphic canines have been around for a long time. I mean, there's Anubis, like
yeah, the OG.
Everything.
Yes. Anubis, the OG furry. Yeah.
So it's just like people as with animal characteristics have been around centuries.
Yeah.
One eon, maybe.
1 or 2 eons, give or take. I always wonder what the draw specifically was to, canines. I feel like it's always like dog, wolf, fox. Like I, put them in the same camp, or like a cat. Anything with, like I said, with the toe beans. Like when you think of a furry, I think of like a dog or a wolf or that type of thing.
Yeah.
I wonder why it's like, it seems to always be that.
Well, it could also be that, like, when you look at dogs often represent, like, just genuine, the best of us, right? Joy, what's the word I'm looking for? Unconditional love.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, yes, the loyalty, the characteristics that I see in a dog are characteristics that I want to see in myself.
I guess that's...
Foxes, known for being wise, clever.
Yeah. I like that. I can't think of a bad, like, association with when you think of a dog or even like the zodiac. Jimmy, the epiphany of ancient Egyptians had a whole pantheon of furry gods. My mind is blown. Well, yeah, they had Anubis, and there was Horus the bird. There's, I think, an alligator one. There's a hippopotamus one.
Sobek, I think.
Yeah. Wow, the Egyptians were way ahead of their times.
I mean, the Sphinx is a fursona.
Yeah. Oh my God. Whose fursona was the Sphinx? Who was yiffing out there in Egypt? I don't know if that's... I think that's an inappropriate term. I just associate that with with the fandom.
It's one that's not used as much anymore, but I mean, yeah, it's still thrown around.
Yeah. Is that a slur? Should I not use that?
I don't think so. I mean, yeah, not in the context that you used it. We're just goofing off, having fun. So.
Okay. Oh, I'll lock that one. I'll lock that one away. See, I'm
not the judge of the fandom.
You are educating me today. So yeah, what was it that kind of drew you in to this? what do you consider it like a? We were talking a bit off mic. Like, what kind of? I mean, obviously, it's. Is it like an art style? Is it a lifestyle? Because you said like you don't have to be a fursuiter to be a furry. So like, I guess it would fall under art, right?
Uh, I think so. I mean, art plays a large part in the fandom, especially because if you have a persona, a picture of who you are or who this character is that represents you in your head, you want somebody to bring it to life.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
I guess it would be. Yeah, it could be like an art style slash I don't know, concept. Because there's not a, from what you've described, there's not really like a an all encompassing like, you don't have to, if you're a furry, you don't have to be a fursuiter. You don't have to have a fursona. You just have to be into the idea of anthropomorphic animals, which I guess is art, literature, you know, like, because they don't exist in real life as far as I know anyway. It's just a like Star Fox walks by.
I mean, there's Bigfoot.
Yeah. Oh, is Bigfoot a furry?
I mean, I think Bigfoot is the furry.
Oh, I don't know, I was thinking Horus, the furry gods.
Yeah, Horus is good.
But Horus, I think, is, or I'm sorry, I meant Anubis. Anubis is just the head of the dog, right? Or the jackal. I think it's a jackal, and then it's a human body, right?
I think so, but that's your anthropomorphic character. Although, yeah, I don't. Everything I know about Sobek, I know from the DC Comics run of like the New 52. So it's probably not the best source.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So what was it that drew you in originally? Was it like a Space Jam thing where you're like, oh shit? Because for me, I was like, the closest I ever got was Love the Bunny in Space Jam. I was like, what the hell is this? I was like 10 years old when that came out. I was like, why is this rabbit girl doing it for me? Like, what is going on here?
I mean, yeah, I didn't actually see Space Jam, but yeah, Lola Bunny was definitely in it. There's Minerva Mink from Animaniacs. I mean, she was just drawn sex appeal though.
Minerva
So
Mink. I'm gonna have to look that one up. That name sounds familiar.
just look. Yeah, she didn't get a lot of episodes.
Should I keep
but
safe
when
search
she was
on?
there? Probably, especially if you're streaming.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so second column down, or second row down, it's just Minerva Mink's feet. Yeah.
Toe beans, man. Everybody loves toe beans.
There's not even toe beans. They're just gray feet.
Well, then that's not accurate.
I know, right?
Gotta have toe beans.
Let me see if I can real quick. Oh man, I tabbed away, which made you disappear. Let me real quick.
It's all right. I am not as interesting as Minerva Mink.
There she is. For those who don't know, this is Minerva Mink. You probably have seen her before and noticed the feet. It's so freaking weird. Okay, putting her away. And can you come back, please, Keaton? There you go. Or Poppy. This is the first time you've said that the name of this character slash your fursona name is Poppy Keaton, not just Keaton. So I'm going to try to refer to you as Poppy to get it right.
I appreciate that. It's fine. So for 20 years, my fursona was Masked Llama.
Right.
And he was just a llama that wore a mask and occasionally got into random trouble. But,
did he ever stab?
A few years ago.
Did he ever eat anyone's hands?
Not that llama. Those are different llamas.
Yeah. Carl.
I know what you're talking about.
I can't do any voices right
I
now.
have a shirt. It's great. But no, so then a few years ago, I had a close friend of mine. Basically, she said that she's like, I'm going to kidnap your fursona and I'm going to replace it with a new one. All right, let's see where this goes. And she's like, cool, you're a Keaton now. And I'm like, all right, I'll be a Keaton for a month. She's like, yeah, you can have your fursona back at the end of the month if you still want it. And I'm like, so I'm sitting there and I'm like, at the time I was writing for, was writing quiz questions for a, the Secret Levels podcast do an event called the Retro Olympics, where they ask retro video game trivia questions.
Nice.
And I was writing questions for them. And I've also been doing in some discords, a daily video game quiz reference. So I'll do things like, hey everybody, I hope you have a great day where you attack aggressively the alien menace. And people, well, you're talking about Contra, you're referencing Contra 3. It starts with the phrase, let's attack aggressively and you fight aliens.
Nice.
So I'm doing these random quizzes, and I'm like, actually, now that I am wearing this Keaton persona, I do identify with this more as a Keaton than I have as the llama lately. So that's where she was like, cool, well then I'm just gonna keep this llama and you're a Keaton now. All right, sounds good. This is not at all how things are normally done.
Yeah.
But
I was like
you cannot steal someone else's persona.
Fox napping. Somebody tried to steal Bite when I first revealed him. They commented, they're like, yep, he's mine now. I was like, I don't think you could do that, but okay. I mean, I get it. He's great. Yes, I noticed you sometimes come into chat as masked llama and not masked Keaton. And I'm like, is this a... I think you one time were like, it's like a Batman Bruce Wayne thing.
Yeah. So I decided... Because in the furry fandom, it's not uncommon for people to have multiple personas or to switch personas. Because if your persona represents a part of you and you have grown and changed, then that old persona might not match who you are anymore. But in the regular world, just randomly switching your identity is something that just is not done terribly often. So I went from Mask Llama to Mask Keaton to sort of bridge that. It's like, it's still me, I'm just a different masked animal.
Okay. Who is the llama under the mask?
Yes. But Mask Llama is still my WrestleSona.
Oh.
Because he is because I am a character in a wrestling card game.
Oh, okay. I was like, do you wrestle?
No. I could wrestle maybe once. Ever.
And it'll be the last time.
Yep. Like, that's off the bucket list. It's probably the last thing I'll ever get done.
Yeah. Like, and I'm paralyzed from the neck down, so worth it? Yeah. Who knows?
But yeah, so that's why you sometimes see in Mask Llama's whenever I'm on my phone. That's
okay.
The phone is Mask Llama and the laptop is Mask Keaton.
Okay. Interesting. So I forget if you... So you were... When did you... Wait, you were Mask Llama first?
Yeah.
And then I was taken...
Llama. Yeah, it was... then it was... there was a llama napped by my friend.
Yeah.
And she's like, yep, you're a Keaton now. And I'm like, you know what? Works better. So I just switched over, and now I'm Poppy the Mask Keaton.
That's kind of an upgrade.
Poppy the Keaton.
You went from a llama to like a magical creature in the Zelda universe. Like, I would take that.
Oh yeah, totally.
But that was, I forget, and I'm sorry, I'm like on a lot of cough medicine. So like, if I'm tripping out, maybe you did answer this. Did you say how you got into the fandom, or how you, like, when you decided, or when you discovered that you were like really into this type of thing enough to like make a version of, you know, yourself, like a persona?
Well,
or identify as a
it all kind of happened very, very gradually.
Okay.
I was on just back in the days when forums were big.
Oh yeah.
I was on a forum.
Was a guy
the
online?
Order of the Stick.
Was a guy online?
No, it was just this forums for Order of the Stick, and they had a whole big role-playing section. And they're like, and my username had been Mask Llama way before I did the furry thing. Just because it's one of those things, it's like that the coming of age where you finally get a chance to sneak online, and they're like, get an email address, don't use your real name. And I'm like,
yeah.
All right. And I just, oh geez, how did it happen? Oh man. Okay. There's an old Monty Python sketch where John Cleese comes out speaking all in Spanish and yelling about llamas.
Okay.
And then he just starts making stuff up about how they have fins for swimming and beaks for eating honey. And it was just, and then at the end he just shouts, "When you see one, you're supposed to shout, 'Look out, there are llamas.'"
Mm.
And then he just shouts, "It was cuidado llamas." And for just a week, I just started yelling that. We were high school, right?
Yeah.
So you found a stupid catchphrase, you ran it into the ground.
Oh, yeah.
Don't tell me that brain rot is new.
Right. Seriously.
And so I just happened to have got bored in class and drawn a picture of a llama wearing a mask sneaking up on someone. And so it's like, you must pick your your email address. And I'm like, Mask Llama.
That's great.
Like, cool, you're now Mask Llama. And I'm like, okay. And so that was just my handle from everything there on out.
Wow.
And I was just on this server just role playing, and somebody's like, "So are you a furry?" And I'm like, I don't know what that is. And they're like, "It's this." And I'm like, "That seems really cool."
Yeah.
I think that's me.
Huh. Okay. Interesting. So wow, yeah, so you've had that since high school. That you took that and ran with it like the rest of your life.
I had been the Masked Llama for about 20 years.
That's awesome.
And then I found out that there was a furry convention near me in Atlanta.
Right.
And I found someone to go with, and it was just this really cool experience. I'd been to Dragon Con before, and it was also just this really wild celebration of pop culture and cool outfits and costumes, and it was neat. And then, found about this Furry Con and went there and fell in love with Furry Week in Atlanta, and it was just a crazy time. And now I run their board game room.
Nice. So this is the one that you just went to like a couple weeks ago?
Yep.
Nice. So when was the first year that you went? Because you mentioned that this was not the first time.
I first went, I want to say 2007, 2008. I don't quite remember.
Wow. Okay. My first con was also 2008. It was Otakon. Oof,
nice.
We've been in
What's
it.
What's an Otakon?
Oh, it's wait, you don't know Otakon?
No.
Oh, it's just like it's one of the biggest, at least on the west, or what am I saying? East Coast, like anime cons. It was in Baltimore.
Okay.
It kind of super outgrew that convention center. It was like lines outside in the hot summer. That was the con, and it sucked. Ice cold water, only $1. If you know, you know.
Yep.
And it got so big that they had to move. Now they're in DC, and I only went once since they moved. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It's way too big though. But yeah, my first con in 2008. So yeah, we started conning around the same time. We started conning people around the same time. So was your first con that convention, the furry one?
Yes, that was my first furry con, and it's still my primary furry con. I've gone to a few others.
The one in Pittsburgh?
For a while there was one. I'm sorry?
Have you gone to the one in Pittsburgh?
I have not. It is unfortunately around the time when there's other stuff going on.
Yeah, it's usually like 4th of July weekend because I have family out there, and so I always take the train in, and I would always like get off the train, and I would just see furries everywhere. When I got into Pittsburgh, I was like, "What the hell is this city?" And I was like, I realized that like I think it's called Anthrocon is always around that weekend, which I've said this before online. Why the fuck do you do a furry con where people are going to be in those hot ass suits in the middle of summer? Why don't you do this in like December where you people can use the suits to keep warm?
Because December is when it's not Meffet Fur Meat. Man, I'm blanking on the name. I'm such a bad furry. But there is MFF is in December.
Oh, okay.
And
so there is one
it
somewhere.
Is probably, yeah, it's Chicago. Chicago's
okay.
furry.
That one, I wouldn't say that one should be in December. No one should do anything in Chicago in December because you'll freeze your fucking dough beans off.
That's why it's okay to wear a rug.
Yeah, right. I'd rather be too cold and wearing one than too hot. Oof.
Yeah. We've okay. So, fun fact: most conventions will have what is called a headless lounge.
Okay.
And it is where you can go to. All right. Oh my goodness. How far in the culture do we want to go? We'll start with the Headless Lounge.
Okay.
So Headless Lounge is where you can go. They have a lot of high fan setup and water bottles. It's where you go if you don't want to ruin the magic.
Okay. It's like the tunnels underground in Disney where they go and they take the heads off and no one cares.
Absolutely. So it's become a lot less taboo lately. It used to be very taboo to take your fursuit head off in public. It was considered ruining the magic.
Is it like the Mandalorian thing? Are you disgraced if you take your fur head off in public? Do you have to fight somebody to death after you do that? To regain your honor?
Oh. That used to be a bit more of a big thing. But now it's especially when there's so many people that it's like nobody wants you to pass out from heat stroke. If you need to take your fursuit head off, take your fursuit head off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you're one of those folks who's like, no, when I'm out and when I'm performing, I am this character. I will not decapitate myself. Then yeah, that's what fursuit lounges are for. Headless lounges.
Yeah.
And so I don't remember how I got onto that.
We're all over the place.
Yeah, that is. Oh yeah.
I say tonight as if this is not a regular occurrence.
I'm not a great public speaker, so I'm just winging everything.
That's all we can do, and you're crushing it. It's okay.
Thanks, well, I appreciate that.
Yeah, like I said before we went live, it's not really this is very conversational, so it'd be the same as if we were, as if no one was seeing us.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're talking about conventions. So that was your first con. What was your reaction, like being around that many furries in one place for the first time? Were you like, I'm home?
Yeah. I mean, it was really magical. Like I've always had close friends, and my close friends have always been great, but my close friends weren't really like that. And so it's like, oh, here's where this part of me belongs. Like when I was driving back, that Limp Bizkit song "Somewhere I Belong" came up. Nice. And it was just like,
wait, isn't that Linkin Park?
Linkin Park, yeah.
Yeah,
Linkin Park. Okay. Sorry. I don't have the excuse of cough medicine.
That's okay.
I'm just bad at
You're getting a contact high. You're getting through osmosis through the internet. You're taking the fumes from mine.
Yes. The Linkin Park song "Somewhere I Belong," and I'm like, oh, this hits right now.
Wow. And that was peak 2008 too.
Yep. There is a phenomenon known as post-con depression.
Yeah. Oh yeah, been there.
Where, yeah, serious depression hits whenever you leave the con.
Yeah.
It's legit. I've had friends just like, we went to the one in Memphis, and it was our buddy's first fur con, and whenever we got in the car to leave, he just broke down sobbing.
Wow.
Like, I just felt like I belonged there so much. I'd never felt that way before.
Yeah. What a visceral reaction. I've never felt like crying, but yeah, almost every con when the Monday after, which usually I take off work, usually because I'm pushing 40 now at this point, and now I hate saying that, and now I'm just really tired after a con. But yeah, I come home and it's like, man, this sucks. I gotta come back to real life. I'm with, even like, regardless of what fandom you're into or whatever, like being around that many people that are into the same like hyper specific niche as you is so cool and freeing. And you're like, my people, oh my, you can be the biggest introvert in the world, which I consider myself an introvert, even though I talk to the internet 4 days a week, on camera with my real name. But it's like, people are like, oh, you don't like people? I'm like, why do you go to cons? Well, because con people, I feel like, are my people. Like I can be around anime cons or like gaming conventions, and I imagine for you it's the same with like furry cons. You're like, these are my people. And you come out and it's like, okay, back to real life where nobody's going to get this niche joke that I'm referencing, or like this, people just aren't going to get it. And it feels super isolating. So I totally get it.
And you step on an elevator and it's just guys in business suits.
Right.
And you're like,
talking about their ROIs and their well, Q4 is gonna be pretty.
Yeah, there's not a single person dressed as a pirate in this elevator. This is lame.
Right.
I love elevators. Like trying to get an elevator at a convention is rough. When you get on there, you're just like cool, especially Dragon Con.
Yeah.
Which is just has such a huge cosplay population.
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna find in there.
I've always thought that Dragon Con was a furry con because it's called Dragon Con. I just found out like somewhat recently that it's not. But I've always heard good things. I always hear that it's a great time and it's a huge. Yeah. I always see a lot of really cool guests that show up. I know Jonan Vasquez, the creator of Invader Zim, and Johnny the Homicidal Maniac was there, and I was like, God damn it! He's selling like shirts of like the Z question mark thing that he draws in all of his panels, and I really wanted that shirt, but I didn't know anybody that was going. What is it about like what makes a furry con, obviously aside from the obvious like fursuiters everywhere, what's different about, because I think about cons that I go to which are usually either anime focused, which there's some crossover with gaming, or gaming focused where it's like we're all here because we're into the same like hobby. Like how does that translate to a furry convention? Is it just kind of what is the panel? What are panels like at a furry con? Like how does it differ from like other cons that you've been to?
Honestly, the biggest difference is that at an anime convention, you are celebrating anime IP. At a gaming convention, you are celebrating gaming IP. At a furry con, you are celebrating your own original IP creations.
That's a great way to put that. I didn't think about it that way. Yeah.
And of course, it goes to commercial right after that point.
Oh no! Well, what a mic drop.
Yeah. Yes. Get the wisdom of Furry, followed by MC Hammer.
Now back to McDonald's.
But yeah, overall it's, and I'll just kind of vamp, I guess, for the next 40 seconds.
Oh yeah.
But overall, yeah. I mean, when you go and they do have cosplayers at furry cons. My friend went this year. He went dressed as Lupin the Third, and a lot of people recognized him. And there's people in their fursuits wanting to be like, cool, I want a picture with Lupin. And my other friend was Bowsette.
Nice.
So yeah,
that's adjacent.
In that way, it's just people wanting to, yeah, they want their pictures with the cool IP cosplayer. And I guess even in some fursuits, you can get folks celebrating IP. Like you see Svarsa. I got a picture of an Amaterasu from Okami.
Nice.
Fursuit. That was amazing.
Okay. Were they upright or were they just like straight up feral-ing it?
No, they were upright.
I was gonna say that's gotta be tough to do. Do people go on all fours like for the whole convention?
There are quad suits, but they are rather rare, and you probably would not be able to do that all convention.
Yeah,
like
can't be sustainable.
Yeah.
Jimmy says, out of curiosity, veganism and furry life, is that a discussion? Do vegans got beef with it? Nice pun there, Jimmy. Yeah, I guess so. Like, are there vegan furries? Is that what you're asking, Jimmy?
I mean, there's probably,
because the fur isn't real fur.
No,
obviously. I hope not.
No, that is that would be crazy expensive, incredibly terribly hot.
Yeah.
And nah. So I mean, there's a lot of respect for nature in the fandom.
Yeah.
So a lot of folks would be very upset to see someone wearing like a real fur.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And no, like there are probably a lot of vegetarians, vegans in there, because again, it's a respect for a connection to nature, a respect to nature in a lot of ways. It's not me. I'm not a vegan. I'm not a vegetarian. I tried it, and I almost got myself killed.
Whoa!
Because since I'm not a good cook. I was just getting like a lot of the overly processed noodles and things,
Yeah.
and it shot my blood pressure through the roof.
Oh yeah, that stuff is horrible for you. I was super poor a couple years ago because I quit my job, and I was like mac and cheese, box mac and cheese like every night, and I was like, I feel like shit. Why? And I was like, probably because I'm eating like the worst possible stuff for you, and like lunch meat and stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, and I wonder like if someone is like, because yeah, I imagine there's a lot of like respect for nature, and so like if you are a vegan furry, do you have to almost like ethically, can you only be an herbivore animal? You know, like I'm a vegan furry, so like this is my plant eating dinosaur fursona, or I'm a turtle.
We've all seen Futurama. You can teach a lion to eat tofu. It's okay.
Oh god, I love Futurama. Okay. Yeah, good question, Jimmy. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, you're like, oh no, I don't eat meat. Anyway, I'm gonna dress up as a wolf and who only eats meat.
I tell as a joke, like, you will never see someone more dead behind the eyes than the person who has to vacuum after the furry convention.
Oh my god. And yeah, the vacuuming and probably the sweat is oof.
Yeah.
And depending on the activities,
the sweat is real.
Maybe some other bodily fluids involved. Or is that a stereotype? Am I stereotyping? I mean, everyone fucks at cons. Like, any convention is, people are going to be doing that. But
everyone fucks at cons. Look at this face. You see this face right here? This face almost got laid at a board game convention a few years back.
Yo,
everybody
all right.
fucks at cons.
Get it? You're like, hey, babe, let me move my pieces around your board, if you know what I mean. Let me roll your dice.
Darn right. No, I mean, like, I'm not gonna pretend that that people in furry don't have sex. Yeah. But again, like, we're gonna go back to the gamer metaphor. Look at Lara Croft, Chun-Li, Leon Kennedy.
Yeah.
Sex sells.
Oh yeah.
And there's gonna be sexy people in your fandom.
Yeah, I mean, Star Fox. Another furry awakening for me was like Crystal and Star Fox. Like, it's like, come on,
oh, yeah.
You knew what you were doing. Fucking mahalo, my G. Jimmy says mahalo, my G. Hell yeah.
But I mean, I guess in that way it's because since so much of it is art, you could like it's. You have more fun with it. You can get more creative with it.
I'll say. And they'll shell out. I hear, like, I went to art school. I'm a graphic designer, so I know a lot of illustrators, and I know some that are like, dude, I'm making bank making furry art. Like, you have to have money if you're gonna like shell out for like a multi-$1,000 suit. Not that everyone does the suit, as you've educated me on. But like, what is it? What's with that stereotype too? That like, furries are all rich because it's like, you do the first suiting, you spend a ton of money on art, like, or is it just that they appreciate the arts more and are willing to spend more money on these types of things?
That's a very good question. I'm gonna ponder it while I take this drink.
Okay, I'll also add on what Jimmy said. Furries make the internet work. That's another stereotype that I hear a lot is, why are all the furries rich? And I'll add on, why are they all in IT?
Well, they're all rich because they're all in IT.
Oh, there you go.
But I mean, sure. The thing about it, the thing about the art is that once you have this character that's in your head, you want it brought to life.
Yeah.
And so then you have to hire an artist. Mm-hmm. And you want, if, like, depending on your quality, you want to hire like the best artist. And if you are in IT and can afford it, go for it.
Yeah.
And also, because your artist is most likely a furry, you're now also just giving back to the fandom.
Ooh.
And if, hey, you've got a best friend who's also a furry, well, you want a picture of your two furries hanging out doing, like sitting on a couch playing video games or something. So yeah, more art.
It just keeps compounding exponentially.
Yep. And why do furries get into IT? I don't know, but there could be a bit of real life isolation there because you have unique interests and some that are culturally shunned. So you go to computers because that's where you're not culturally shunned.
Right.
And so then you learn how to do computers, and then you just gradually work your way into IT.
Huh.
I don't know. I'm in medical coding. That was an accident that just worked out.
Yeah. I've had experience, I was telling you off air, working in a cancer center. I know that doesn't mean coding, like coding on a computer. You mean like the actual procedures and stuff, right?
Yes. So medical coding is where you read what was done. Like in my case, I work for an OBGYN. So I get the op note from the delivery report.
Okay.
That says, and then I look over and see what happened. Why did we deliver? Did we deliver because she was just ready to go, or did she have a medical problem like hypertension, or the cervix was not sufficiently holding the baby in?
Damn.
And then I tell the insurance company, this is why we did what we did. Here's anything that happened, such as tearing, and here is the procedure that was done. And so then I send that to the insurance company and I say, this is what you owe us. And they send us about 10% of what we said they owed us and call it a day.
That's about right.
And then they send the rest of the guy who's paying them to have insurance and make them pay the rest.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Yep. It's a scam. I hate it.
That got real.
Yeah, I know.
Back to furries.
Anyway, back to our escape from the real world horrors of capitalism and health insurance.
Yeah.
Okay. It's funny. When I was at the cancer center, the specific wing that I was in was the OBGYN as well. So yeah, a lot of like cervical cancer. It was breast and gyne, so it was like a lot of breast cancer, a lot of little old ladies would come in and would be like, "Oh, are you examining me, young man?" I'm like, "Bro, get out of here!" No, I literally just work the front desk. I'm like, I am not. Just, oh my god, because I was the only guy in like a square mile in that wing of the place. Yep. But yeah, that's so funny. I think it's a good point about the computers thing, getting into tech in general, because anyone in any kind of nerd fandom is probably going to be more on the introverted spectrum, or maybe the autism spectrum. Like, I wonder about myself sometimes. I was telling Josh last week, I was like, I like Sonic the Hedgehog as a franchise way too much for someone who's not doesn't have something going on up there. I don't know if it's ADHD or I'm on the spectrum or what, but who knows.
I'm just saying, Bite the Shark would make a fine Morbian freedom fighter.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, it's clear that his influences are on the wall. It's very much Sonic, very much Jet Set Radio. And yeah, I would actually love to segue into Bite the Shark, which I debuted on the social medias. If you haven't seen them, check out my son, Bite the Shark, or maybe not my son, because we were talking the other day. I don't know if it was in a Talk Tuesday or what, but I was like, yeah, I don't know if like I'm about as close to being a furry as I think a person can get, because uncultured, uneducated me at the time of this time about a week ago didn't know that you had to, or that you didn't have to have a fursona or have to do the suiting to be a furry. And you were like, wait, so I think what you said was, so you're not a furry, but you have this character who's your idealized version of yourself. And I was like, God damn it, they're right. I was like, you know what? I think that might make me a furry. Like, I think I might be definitively saying it now here on what's even today. We'll call it May 19th. The year of our Lord 2026. I think I'm able to finally come out of not the closet, maybe the doghouse, and say, I guess I'm a furry. He's my son, but he is. Thank you. I appreciate it. You've been most welcoming, and I Yeah, I was like, oh man, he's my son. Like, I love him. I want to take care of him. But also, I'm like, he is kind of just. I just put all of my like interests and all of my boxes into one character, like Sonic, Sharks, Ninja, Graffiti. Like, he's just, you know. I was like, maybe it is just like this would be me if I existed in the Sonic world.
Sure, if you were just like thrust into a virtual reality, it's like you can be anything you want. You'd be that. I want to be that.
Yeah.
I want to be that shark right there.
Jimmy says, oh shit, I got a bit of movement pouring a bowl of tricks. Oh god, hang on, I got a cough. Let me mute myself.
Welcome to the club, Jimmy.
Ooh, I'm dying. Hey, we're all in the club. In the club, we all fur.
Yeah, if there's anything that anyone takes away from this, it's you do not need a fursuit to be a furry.
Yeah.
That just puts you in a subsection of furry known as a fursuiter.
Right.
I had a similar discussion with a buddy of mine. He goes to FWA because he just loves the vibe.
Is that furries with attitude?
Gaming, he loves video gaming. I'm sorry?
Is that furries with attitude? It's like NWA, but FWA.
Nah, it's just Furry Weekend Atlanta.
Oh, okay.
Not edgy. But he goes because we have a huge board game room, we have a huge video game room, and we just have we're a smaller version of Dragon Con. We've got all sorts of panels, events, dance contests. This year we had nerdy karaoke.
Nice.
So like you can just get up at 10 and there's stuff to do until 2 a.m. if you want. And you never know what you'll find along the way. Last year he joined a conga line. We didn't have a conga line on the schedule. People just started a conga line.
Yeah. That'll happen. I've seen that at many cons.
So he just loves that vibe, and he was talking to me last night about it, and he's like, I'm not a furry, but I might be a scaly.
Ooh.
Because when I was in the adult dealer's den, there was some pictures of kobold girls that I just found really, really hot.
Wow.
And I'm like, cool. But he's like, but I don't feel like I want to be a dragon that fucks kobolds. I just want to fuck kobolds as me.
As a human.
And I'm like, yeah. And I'm like, oh, well, you're not a furry. You're just a monster fucker.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, is that a thing? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's totally a thing. You can just be a monster fucker.
That's a
thing. You can just find monster girls hot.
Yeah. That's so funny. So, but then, isn't that an interest is that an interest enough to make them a furry?
Probably. If you wanted to be a furry, if he said like, I find kobolds hot, that makes me a furry, then cool, he can be a furry. But he was hung up on like, I don't want to have a fursona. I just want to be me fucking a kobold. Cool.
Just let me fuck a kobold, goddammit!
Yes.
Oh my god, somebody's gonna clip that and isolate it. My life is over. See you guys. Bye.
You know, like if he'd have been like, cool, I just want to be, I just want my fursona to be a human, then that's fine. No, you know, go for it. Nobody cares. But if you just want to be, if you just want to be a monster fucker, you can just be a monster fucker.
Okay.
It's everything. Labels are just placeholders for a conversation anyway.
Right.
So regardless of what your label is.
Well, it seems, and this is something that I've already seen from like every furry I've ever known, has been like just the sweetest and kindest person, and you're no exception. Like,
oh, thank you.
You like, there's something about, like, I can put her on blast a little bit because she's said this on air before. My girlfriend Palisa was like, but when we first started dating, was like, I don't know, they kind of like weird me out. Like, what are you hiding from? Like, you know, or like, I don't trust them. And then of course there's obviously the stigmas and the stereotypes and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was like, are you like afraid of mascots, or like is it that kind of thing? Because I knew somebody who was also like hated furries because she was afraid of mascots, and that's like a different phobia, and that's a phobia. And
that's legit.
Yeah, and I was like, I don't know, man. Like, she was like, oh, they're all just like gross, sweaty, and they're like fucking in the suits, and it's just like they're all like probably like child predators. And I'm like, hang on now, hang on. I'm like, every furry I've known has been like the most wholesome person I've ever. And I wonder if this goes back to what you're saying about like dogs being like, everyone knows dogs as like wholesome and loyal and brave, and you know, and yeah, I don't know. I'm just I kind of had to be like, well, let's not, you know, stereotype, because like that's another thing. Like, why are furries so wholesome? Like, why are y'all like the best, or why are we all? I can say this now because I belong here now. I wouldn't, you know, go say it to myself, but can you not bark when I'm talking to you, please?
You can give me 1 second. I think he needs out.
Oh, okay, sure.
Or are you done? What? Never work with kids or animals.
Yeah, that's Poppy's roommate. Well, in the meantime,
sorry, I'll be back in like 3.
No, you're good. In the meantime, let me pull up. I want to show off Bite the Shark again. My son / my me, not me like a Nintendo me. I've talked about him. I don't know if anyone's watching has not seen my son / me before, but I'll show off some art. I don't know if I've shown all the art that I got commissioned for. I still haven't even shown all of it off. Where are we going here? Okay. Shit, let me mute.
Leave him out for about 10 minutes. 15.
Oh, okay. I was just gonna show off, since I was talking about him, I was gonna re-show off Bite the Shark real quick.
Go for it.
So here, this is
Bite's adorable.
Thank you. I love him with all my heart. This is my like little teaser graphic for him. Little guy wants to make big waves, kind of teasing that he's a shark. Got the shoes just poking in there. And then I thought I had a third tease that I did. I guess it was this one. This is the reveal. I don't know if the sound is going to come through, but here's my little reveal. Damn, it's loud. You know what? I might just mute it because I think I remember that audio being really loud. So we got the sketch going. I animated all of this using the sketches that I got from the artist, who has the most furry friendly name I've ever heard. This is Neko Tenshi 2003 on Instagram. Please look her up. And if you want some art, she was a joy to work with. The biggest issue working with her was that she's based out of Colombia. So if English, or if you don't speak Spanish like I don't, it may be a challenge. But we got there. We had a grand old time. Oh, speaking of furries, I beat Sonic Rush last year. And then
that guy is awesome.
Here we go. Here's the full pose sheet, and you know, he rolls up into a freaking shuriken because he's a ninja, graffiti ninja. But also, like, his head, the shark head, is like a almost like a hood, so it can come up and kind of look like a ninja mask. It can come off completely. He's got the little bald head with the LCD eyes, kind of like Metal Sonic. And this was frankly straight up because of my own indecision. I was like, I don't know if I want to pigeonhole him into just being a straight up Sonic OC. I don't know if that's too close, because I love Sonic. It's one of my favorite franchises, obviously. But I don't know if I wanted to go all in on that. And I liked the idea of the LCD eyes. So I was like, what if I just have it so that the head can be like a false head, comes up like a hood, so you get the mouth open and the real head's in the mouth sometimes, but it can also come off completely backwards. Like, I'm talking with my hands as if people can see me right now. It can come completely off, and then he can have like the baldy like digital head. Yeah, I'm super happy with it. Again, Neko Tenshi 2003. Thank you again, or I should say gracias. If you want furry art, go to them, or go to your local furry artist.
I gotta let that dog back in.
All right,
for another few minutes. But no, I'm glad I got to see Bite. Bite's
Yeah.
awesome. Oh.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's not supposed to be barking in town this much this late.
Whew, oh my god. we are we are getting to the the end of my medicine. This is all cough syrup in here. This like 64-ounce cup. I'm just kidding. It's not. Don't do that. You will die. And believe it or not, I still have more art to show of Bite the Shark. I need to figure out how to start introducing him to the stream. I really want to get some like animation done, which is way expensive than probably I have the budget for now. But I'd love to have him like sometimes just come like running across the screen, or like, you know, jump up and like grab onto this frame up here and like spray a little something, you know, like a little bite tag or something in the corner, or screen transitions. We were talking Jimmy, we were talking about God. Jimmy brought up the idea of doing the Segway where he goes by on the Segway. Oh my God. I was saying I'm I'm trying to run out of cough syrup juice in my body.
Oh, no.
So thank you for your patience and bearing with me here as I'm trying to hold in my coughs.
You forgive me for the dog, so we're all good.
It's okay. I was like, when you got up, I was like, oh, that's Poppy's roommate.
Yeah.
They're fully committed.
Darn right.
Do you have art? Have you gotten any official art done of your characters?
A couple. I have gotten I got a couple of badges of Poppy, and then I have had a couple of pieces of art. One of my interests is transformation, so I love seeing him turned into other interesting things. So I've gotten some art of that. I got one of him as a plushie.
Oh,
because one of my friends is an empress of plushies.
Yeah.
And she hi Boyd.
Oh, there he is.
So she's like, so her whole gimmick is that she likes to capture furries and then turn them into plush versions of themselves. So I went along with that and got a picture of Poppy as a plush.
Oh,
is adorable.
I'm dying to get a plushie of Bite or like a little vinyl figure. Like I need him to exist in the real world.
That would be so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I can. Yeah, I'm sure. But that is. I don't have a whole lot of art of Poppy, just because like art's neat, but it's also expensive.
Yeah.
And since I'm a board gamer, it's like I could get art for this price, or I could get a new board game that I can play with my friends.
Yeah.
And so,
are you into Warhammer? Because I know that's the most expensive board game, if you can even consider it a board game.
I am not, because I'm not good with miniatures, and
Okay.
I don't have that much disposable income.
Yeah.
And
It's
cool concept, and I'm happy for folks that are into it, but it is not for me.
Yeah, I'd have to start selling my organs, which at this point I think I'm ready to let my lungs go.
You got 2 kidneys. There's a lot of people that need one.
That's true. Okay, yeah, I was gonna say if you wanted to share any art of Poppy, or have you gotten any art of Masked Llama, or is Poppy the only one that you've really fleshed out as a Sona?
No, I used to have a ton of art of Masked Llama.
Nice. Sounds like a superhero.
Yeah. Oh yeah, he had some fun stuff of him in a cape, running around. But no, I kind of put all that on the back burner when I went to Poppy, and trying to gather my thoughts. Yeah, I've got some art of Poppy's only been around since 2021.
Oh, okay.
So still kind of new as far as the personas go. Goodness, has it been 5 years almost? Yep, 4.5 years. That doesn't
Wow.
seem right.
2021
Um,
feels like last year.
it absolutely does. Um, so you know, I don't have any like available, or else I might, but I'll shoot you a couple of pictures off air.
Yeah.
Um, but no, no cool arts. But yeah, I always spend all my money on board games,
Yeah.
which is how I ended up running a board game room for a furry
Yeah.
con.
So now
I
you're doing that. You go to was it FMA? No, that's Full Metal Alchemist. FWA. You go every year.
fair, but to be fair, both do have people turning into animals.
That's
So
oh no, Nina.
that's all I know about that show.
Wow,
Um,
traumatization forever.
yeah, I should have said
Only
that.
when you're a furry, it's consensual.
Yes, yes.
I hope.
Um, no, Furry Weekend Atlanta, also known as FWA, is my home convention. About 15. Like I said, I started going there, and I just hung out in the board game room because I like board games, I like playing board games, I like teaching board games.
Hmm.
And one year at the end of the convention, the guy running the board game room comes up and goes, "Why aren't you on my staff?" And I'm like, because I don't want to. I don't want to do like a bunch of stuff. I just want to hang out in the board game room and teach people board games and play board games. And he goes, "Yeah, you can do that. Only you don't have to pay the admission fee.
Right.
You get in for free." Oh, okay. And all I have to do is teach board games and play board games. And the guy's like, "Yeah."
Yeah.
I'm like, done.
You said my
So,
second favorite word that starts with F.
um, I'm not touching that.
I meant furry, but I could have said
Oh yes,
third.
yes, of course, of course. Um, and so I just kind of worked my way up the. Thanks Twitch. Thanks for ads over my origin story. Um,
Wow, rude. Not
very.
tragic enough.
Nobody died.
Do you-
Nobody died in my furry origin story. Um,
we can always change
but
that. Oh my god! Wait, it might be me. I might die in my own furry origin story.
at least I died a furry. Bleh.
He was a furry.
Um,
His fur career was 2026 to 2026.
um, but no, and so eventually I just worked my way up to secondary, to assistant lead. Lead is what we call the position, and
Oh,
then unfortunately, the person that I was working under worked themselves to literally to the point of exhaustion. If you've ever been at the Marriott in Atlanta, the downtown Marriott, there is a beautiful. Yes, Jimmy, that is a perfect thing for the board game room to do. Help
yeah,
people relax and catch their breath.
totally.
Um, but unfortunately, this board game room where we were sitting, this has a beautiful a glass dome. Like lets you look up and see the Atlanta skyline, and it's beautiful and it's nice
Yeah.
until noon hits and it becomes a giant magnifying glass.
Oh God! In the
And not
fursuits.
realizing that, well, no, we weren't in fursuit, but but my supervisor was sitting there, and because she was supervisor, she's like, "I'm not going to let anybody else sit here under this death ray," and until the point where we look at us like, "Boss, you don't look so good,"
Yeah.
and she's like, "Yeah, I don't feel so good," and so we got her somewhere safe. Or like just set her off to the side, away, out of the way of the death laser, and sat there for about 30 minutes where she cooled off, but she didn't cool off enough. When she stood up, she just passed out from heat exhaustion.
Oh my God.
And she's fine, by the way. She was fine.
Yeah.
Um,
Jeez.
although that's so. This is. I'm gonna tell this story. It makes me sound terrible. But it's like, so just like comedic, I think, in its awkwardness. So she passed out, and first thing I did is like, well, I need to get some water on a cloth and cool her down.
Yeah.
The only cloth I had was my shirt, my staff shirt.
Oh.
So I whipped that off and soaked it under some water and just went over and started patting her down.
She
And I
woke up.
realized I am shirtless in front of 15,000 people.
She woke up like, oh, am I dreaming?
Uh, and so, but we got her taken care of, and medics came up and cooled her off. And they're like, what she really needs is like a cold shower to really just reset the system. And
I bet after seeing you shirtless, if you know what I mean.
Heck yeah, heck yeah.
No, this is a serious situation. I should stop.
Oh no, it's about to get even worse.
Oh God.
No, so we get up to the room because she was rooming with me. So we go up to the room, and she's like, "Cool, I'm gonna go hop in the shower." I'm like, "All right, great. Like, I'll stay out here and just listen and make sure that everything's cool." And she's like, "Cool, I'm gonna shut the door." And I'm like, "No, you're not. Like, I need to hear if you pass out.
Yeah,
I need that door open."
I think you would know the sound of a whole person's body hitting the floor, which.
I'm not taking that risk. Like, I feel horrible because I'm telling this young lass, like, no, leave the door open while you shower.
It's so that I can watch you. I mean, not like watch you.
But it was also like for your safety.
Yeah.
So it was also just like really, really awkward for me. But she's like, yeah, that makes sense. Good point. So
yeah, I'm watching for science, Jimmy says.
Yeah.
Yeah. So she didn't pass out?
But, no, she did not. She was fine.
Okay. I thought this was so I ran in there and I had to like get her naked ass body out of the shower.
No. I just feel really awkward being like, no, don't close the shower. Don't close the door while you shower.
Yeah.
I felt like every pervert stereotype your friend thought we were.
Right. Oh no. Yeah, way to live up to the stereotypes, Poppy. God.
But no, she was fine, and I just played on my phone and did not take advantage. And I'd seen her fed anyway, so it wasn't like. But was I? Oh,
jeez, near
death.
But
no, our supervisor came, and because as a convention we do take our staff's health very seriously. Supervisor was like, "I told you, above all else, to watch out for yourself, and you didn't do that. So now I have to promote Poppy, and you're down to Poppy's second in command." And had I known that, I definitely would have made sure that we'd have gotten her more water before she reached the point of passing out.
Right.
Because now I have responsibilities and duties.
Yeah. And now that she's your subordinate, it's super weird when you're like, I have to watch you take a shower. Like, there's a power dynamic there now. The near-death experiences at the furry cons, that's wild.
Dude, that convention was so wild. I had to call medic staff 5 times.
Oof. In that Georgia humidity? I believe it.
It wasn't even all that. Like, we had one time, somebody comes up and they're like, somebody passed out in the hallway. And I'm like, huh, why are you coming to me? They can't play board games if they're passed out. It's like, oh, crap. I'm wearing a staff shirt. I have to do something about this.
Yeah.
So I get out there, and I'm like, all right, well, okay, they're breathing. Cool. And then the medic fortunately came up, and the medical team was working on them. But they put them against the wall, and unfortunately where they put them against the wall to talk to them and check them out and lean them up against the wall was right by the bathroom. So people kept trying to step between the physician and the patient to go to the bathroom. Like, if I can do nothing else, I can at least make a little barrier here so that's like people go around the medical emergency to go to the restroom. Just go around. Please step around the medical emergency to go to the restroom.
Yeah. And
while I'm doing that, someone comes up and goes, hey, is medic around? I'm like, yes, they're here. They're taking care of the situation. And that person goes, no. My friend's having a bad trip. Is there somebody they can talk to?
Oh my God.
Sure. So they come up and they're like, fortunately it was not like a very bad trip. It was just I'm not sure what's going on kind of trip.
Yeah.
So the medic puts them next to the first guy and then says, like, okay, like, you stay here. We're almost got this guy wrapped up. We'll take care of you in a second.
And people are still stepping over them to get to the bathroom.
Yep.
Oh my God.
So I'm still doing that. Finally, things get resolved, and I text my at this point, my supervisor's supervisor, who is a good friend of mine. We've worked for the convention for 10 years together now. And I message her, you're not paying me enough to deal with medical emergencies.
Yeah.
The joke here is that we're a completely volunteer organization.
Right, right.
I get no money whatsoever. Um, so I just get back, what do you mean emergencies plural? And then my supervisor, who I rarely get to see because she is running an entire convention spread out over 3 hotels at this point,
Oh, wow.
shows up in 5 minutes.
I bet.
It's like, what is going on? And I'm like, well, I got this and this and this, and you're not paying me enough. I want 2 cookies next year because every member of staff got a free cookie that year.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I want 2 cookies next year. She's like, all right, to drive a hard bargain, but that's fair. I'll see what I can do.
Hell yeah. Advocate for, your fair pay.
Yeah, but so that was wild, but everybody was fine. I've never had to deal with a situation where nobody was fine, blessedly.
Yeah.
And that's how I became lead of the board game room for Furry Week in Atlanta.
Nice.
And now we run our own little. I run a secret board game convention. It is just hidden inside a very large furry convention.
Ah, okay. Mini con in
And
the
the
con.
same can be said for our video game room. Our video game room takes up the entire bottom floor of the Hilton.
Wow.
We don't have a video game room. We have a video game floor.
Yeah.
And it comes with some of the cool, weird Japanese stuff, a bunch of free pinball, and like DDR with like the big thing of DDR, and a bunch of retro games, and a bunch of I think we had like 20 PlayStation 5s this year. So
Wow.
like we go all out.
Huh. Probably big Super Smash Brothers tournament, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
A lot of crossover.
Oh man, okay.
With furries
so my
and Smash.
first time I ever played Smash Brothers was at FWA, like whenever Brawl came out.
Okay.
And I accidentally caused a bit of a ruckus because I'd never played Smash before.
Okay.
I was just walking into the video game room, and I'm like, do you have Smash Brothers? I want to try it. And they're like, sure, are you here for the tournament? And I'm like, sure, why not? So I just signed up to participate in the tournament, and I sit down, like, pick your character. I am so overwhelmed by this roster.
Yeah.
I have no idea who to pick. I have no idea who to play as. I want to play as all of them at the same time.
Yeah.
So I just go over to random, and I just drop my token on random. And a murmur goes through the crowd because they're like, who is this guy who is so good
They
that
can
he's
go random.
confident enough to pick random?
Oh, that's
Not
great.
realizing that I'm not so good. I'm just so bad. I don't know any better.
Yeah.
So I don't even remember who I got, but I was eliminated in like 30 seconds.
That's great. Everyone was like, oh my God, this is going to be the best match I've ever seen. And you're like, immediately dead.
I'm like, press B and buttons, right?
Yeah, you're like, what's the button to do the Hadouken?
Yeah.
That's not even that great of a joke because Ryu eventually got into Smash.
Yep.
It would have been funny if
Yeah, like,
you hit random and you got Fox.
oh yeah, that'd been great. It's like Mario. I'm like, cool, I threw a fireball. Oh, and I'm gone.
Yeah. Everyone was like, yeah.
Oh man, such good memories there.
Yeah.
But no, I am very proud of our convention this year. I do want to make a point. I'm gonna brag about myself for a second. And my
Hell yeah.
convention, I'm very proud of it. We raised our charity was Lost and Found Youth. They provide homes for homeless LGBTQ youth that have been kicked out.
I've heard of them.
And we raised $150,000.
Oh my God, really?
Yep.
That's serious numbers. Congrats.
Thank you very much.
Oh my God, that's
so
awesome.
yeah, it's every year I go to the closing ceremonies where they announce a charity amount, and that's kind of my reward. Is like I have devoted a year of my life to this, and this is the reward. This is the good that I have put into the world.
What are you doing for the rest of the year? Like behind the scenes stuff?
Yeah. There's a lot of cool behind the scenes stuff. And one second.
Hydrate or dihydrate.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing too.
So, I mean, a lot of it is organizing. Having to reach out to different vendors. or different companies and try to be like, hey, like our stuff is cool. You should come to our stuff, or send games to our stuff if you want to demo. I have Eliza, my assistant now, helps with that as well. But I also like try to go to Gen Con and Origins and talk to different people, and we're trying to focus on, in the board game room anyway, we want to get like smaller companies that have like, we've made one game and it's like, cool, come to our convention and either demo it or sell it. We'll put you on our schedule. And yeah, there's doing that. There's also just trying to organize the schedule of people and just looking out for like what's cool in the gaming scene, what's popular, and yeah, so
Nice. So you have like a year's worth of work and prep that goes into just running the board game section of this con?
yeah, I mean, a lot of like May and June are kind of time off, but after that, yeah, we kind of get, and even then, a lot of the time off is just, wait, next year we should do X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
Next year's theme, and this has been announced, is Grand Prix. So, we're looking at like racing games, Super or Dungeon Kart, by the same people who do Boss Monster, is their
Nice.
Mario Kart sort of parody game, tribute game.
I think there's a Sonic
I
game,
want to get,
right, where you have to like get around the laps as many times as possible.
yes, yeah, Camel Up. Camel Up's a fun one,
Jimmy says Camel Up is my
and
shit.
it is a camel racing game. So
Really?
absolutely, thank you, Jimmy.
Nice.
I will recommend that we pick that up and see if we can run it for the con.
Oh, that's cool. I love when I love seeing board games adaptations of other genres of like I'm a big Guilty Gear fan, so like there's a Guilty Gear board game that you can play that plays like a fighting game. Like you have to actually, worry about your spacing and can I hit with this attack if I'm 2 spaces away, or like and think about your next move and stuff like that. So it's cool to see how do you adapt something so, especially with racing, like something so dynamic into something static. Camel Up.
I'm looking forward to finding that out myself. And I'm with you. I do the Secret Levels podcast. I do episodes occasionally there where I will just find a board game based on a video game and break down how much it compares, feels like the game. Yeah. You're not familiar with Shadowgate. We've had this discussion before.
I don't think so. It sounds somewhat familiar though.
Yeah, because I talk about it any chance I get on your stream. But no, they do. It was an old point-and-click adventure game for the Mac and NES, and they released a board game of it. And I happened to bump into the guy who made it at Gen Con, the board game convention, a couple of years back.
That's cool.
Yeah, because I see him wearing the Shadowgate T-shirt. I'm like, there's a board game, right? He's like, I'm gonna do you one better. I'm the guy that made the board game.
Yo.
What? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, by the way, thanks for playing my game. Have some promo stuff that I didn't get a chance, that has been play tested, but I haven't got a chance to release yet. So, yeah, it was great.
Damn.
But yeah, I've done that. Slay the Spire, Cuphead. The Cuphead board game is so good.
Oh, I didn't know there was one. I beat Cuphead last year finally. Great game.
I didn't either. I just was at a random game store, and that's on the shelf is Cuphead the game, and I'm like, what? Okay.
Cuphead the game,
Buying
the game.
now.
I lost the game.
Yeah. Gotta be careful.
I know. Do you have a favorite? Like
no,
either favorite board game in general or favorite video game adapted board game?
Video game adaptive board game, I'm going to say Shadowgate, because never in my wildest days did I ever think that would become a reality.
Yeah.
As far as favorite board games go, right now I'm really big into one called Shadows of Brimstone.
Okay.
It's a co-op dungeon crawl, originally set in the Old West, but they've got expansions for feudal Japan now and Viking times. And so it's the game will provide the dungeon as you like draw cards to decide what rooms you're going to go to or what dangers lurk in the room. But it's really cool.
Nice. I tend to like the more simplistic ones, like easy to pick up. If we're gonna do like a what's the there's a famous one that's like a recurring murder mystery, something house of
Betrayal at the House on the Hill.
That one, yeah. And people, are telling me about this one. I'm like, if we're gonna do that level, like, let's just play D&D. Like, I think for board games, I like more simplified ones, or something with like a cool gimmick that's like, I somewhat recently played Dice Forge. Have you heard of that?
I have. I think I've played it once or twice.
Yeah, it's like you basically start
Dice Throne.
Yeah, you start with like a die that basically looks like a Rubik's Cube where you took all the pieces off, and then you put the faces, you unlock the faces as you go through the game, and you put the faces on your die, so when you roll them, and you can choose like how you want to build like your die. It's pretty cool.
I have not played this. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I like the kind of the tactile aspect of this one, because then you're physically rolling the die that you kind of figure out, like you're going through, and each turn you get little tokens, whatever, and you use the tokens to buy different faces, and then you can like, what combos do I want to play, or Newbiekin's in. What's up, Newbiekin?
Hey, Newbiekin.
Jimmy, any game when I get
Jimmy.
to huck a large assortment of D6s gives me soul joy. Yep.
Absolutely.
That too. Those forbidden math rocks, we love those.
So I'd say like Shadows of Brimstone is perfect if like you want to get together, you want to have an adventure, nobody wants to DM, and nobody's prepped anything. So that's where you would break out something like Shadows of Brimstone.
Yeah. Are those sharks, Newbiekin? Those look like sharks. I'm super here for it.
Yeah.
If you can't tell by the shark that's behind me, or my fursona that I was showing, that I guess I just have to admit now is my fursona. But he's also my son. I don't know how I feel about that. Okay.
I mean, how many fathers have tried to live vicariously through their kids?
Oh my God. Hey, that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm not having kids, because I hate when people do that. Children are not, here's my PSA. I'm getting up on my soapbox. Children are not vessels for your failed ambitions or dreams, people. Stop trying to make your kids mini yous. Ugh. I get so mad about that. Yeah, he's my first son. Yeah, I don't know what that says about me, that I can't decide whether I want to be him or like take care of him. Maybe both. I don't know. Self-love is a thing. You got to love yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like I'm very protective of Poppy. So,
yeah.
He's just this adorable little, what was the phrase? Unwarranted and unrelenting optimism.
Ooh, I like that. That's poetic. Unwarranted and unrelenting optimism. I try to live my life that way, despite gestures vaguely at everything.
Yeah. Same.
Yeah. And any way to escape and find some joy in the world. That's why, it's no secret, furries get a bad rap across the internet and real life. That's why when people are like, at least I'm not a fucking furry, I'm like, yo. Let people enjoy what they want to like. They're not hurting anybody. If a furry's a child predator, then yeah, beat the shit out of them, but not because they're a furry. Do it because they're a child predator. Like same thing with anybody, right, in any fandom of anything.
Yeah, and again, like a lot of the sort of negative stereotyping is, it seems to come with a lot of like, pay attention to them, not me kind of thing.
Yeah. I've also seen it I've seen less of it over the years. Like in 2008, when I first started going to cons, there were so many people, like, a furry would walk by and like so many people would be like, oh, wow, at least I'm not like that. Right. And it's like, brother, you're here because you like Japanese cartoons. Like, you're not any better. Like, stop acting like you're on some kind of high horse about this, or high wolf, or whatever you want to,
yeah,
whatever the alternate is. Is a horse Sona a hairy? Like, we've talked about furries, we talked about scalies. Are there hairies? Are there featheries? Are there like skin-ees? Like what is a seal? A blubbery? Or are they all just furries?
I mean, I'd say usually you get like furry or scaly is kind of your two.
Yeah.
Although I have heard seen feathery or just avian before.
Yeah.
You know, for the people who's played Breath of the Wild, went Ritos are my shit.
Yeah. I mean, my favorite in general animal are sharks, obviously. But like I don't have a favorite specific kind. But my favorite like specific animal is a peregrine falcon. So like if I had another, it's so funny because I always thought, I was like, man, if I was a furry, I would probably be like a falcon, like a peregrine falcon specifically. And here I go making a fursona for a shark instead. So yeah, feathery.
Well, yeah. But I don't know. I'd say it's kind of like a genus phylum sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like all of these fall under the genus of furry and the phylum of scaly or avian or even furry.
Yeah. All furries.
And I have no idea if I got genus and phylum in the right order, by the way.
Yeah. It's been a while since I had biology. So it's like, yeah, all scalies are furries, but not all furries are scalies.
Yeah.
Got it.
That sort of thing.
So it's a cover all. It's not like an exclusive. It's not an exclusive. It's not like you're not a furry if you're a scaly or a. I don't know what bite would be because sharks have scales. I don't know.
I think he tends to fall under the scaly side.
Yeah.
I mean, again, it's all just placeholders for a conversation.
Right. Yeah. I didn't realize how and maybe it was just my being what I thought was on the outside of this trying to assign like maybe I thought like the rules were harder and faster than they actually are, and it's more of just like a hey, if you like this thing, you're part of this fandom or group or whatever you call it. You've called it a fandom. Was that safe to?
Well, sure. Furry fandom has such great alliteration.
Yeah, that's true. FF. Although Final Fantasy has kind of taken the FF.
Well, it depends on your circle, because if you're in the comics world, it's Fantastic Four.
That's true. Yeah. Jimmy says, I like to cover myself in Crisco and hide under large rocks like a newt. Call me Jimmy Neutron. That was a long setup, but the payoff was worth it. That was good.
Totally worth it.
Jimmy Neutron. I was gonna ask something about. Yeah. So, cons. You said that you had a friend come to, the furry con that until he realized he wanted to fuck kobolds. Wasn't really into the fandom. And man, I don't know if that qualifies, but would somebody who's I think I know the answer, but how would somebody who's completely new to the fandom or has no idea or just isn't really into that, like how would they find going to like a furry con? Would you still recommend it?
Not
necessarily against.
Okay. No. Like you just like you said, if you've one second. I think that if you're just okay, I actually can give an example of this. So we have had some of our vendors in the board game room reach out. Some local board game stores in Atlanta said, hey, we know that some of our regulars go to Furry Week in Atlanta. Can we show up and hang out in your board game room and sell our stuff? And we were like, sure, because we want to help small businesses grow. And so we invited them in there. And they came up to me this year, 2 a.m, drunk off their tails.
Oh no, tails.
Praising us, about the wonderful time they were having.
Wow.
And they're not furries, but like they got off their shift and they're like, cool, I'm going to go to the video game room, or I'm going to go to one of the dances, or just whatever. As long as you're there to just have a good time, you're going to have a good time. In fact, one of the things I like to say, because I invite like non-furries to come, because for a couple of reasons. One, you're going to get the best look at the fandom. You're going to get to see, oh, everything that I saw on the telly was not accurate.
On the telly, I popped on the telly.
Yes, popped on the telly, saw some episode of some TV show, and oh my goodness, it's yeah. Turns out TV exaggerates and lies for dramatic effect.
Yeah. In this country, no.
But no, like if I say, because like I want board gamers to come to my board game convention. The fact that it's inside a FurryCon is irrelevant to me. I've got 600 board games.
Yeah, holy crap.
They all need played. Come play them.
Yeah.
If your persona is Andrew the Human, cool. Welcome to my convention.
It's my skin sona.
Yes. Because a little bit of everybody, one of the things that we use for the donation is part of the registration fee. I don't know how much, and I don't know if that's still a thing, but for a while it's like, sure, like $5 of your registration goes to the charity. Awesome. Everybody that shows up, that's $5 extra for the charity. So yeah, you come on out, come to our video game floor. You'll find something you love. Come to our board game ballroom. You'll find something you love. Go to the panel on roller coasters or geocaching, or find some other weird thing that you're like, I don't know what that is, but I'm intrigued. Or just go to a rave. We had a Rocky Horror Picture Show live thing this year.
That's awesome.
We had nerdy karaoke, Jackbox on a stage with giant screens, and like dozens of people voting for the answers. Furry Weekend Atlanta is all about giving people the opportunity to be who they want to be. And if that's a guy in a giant fox suit, or if that's a guy that sits in a board game room and plays board games from 10 a.m. to midnight, we're going to let you be that person. So come on down and be who you want to be.
I love that.
Raise money for a good cause.
Clip it, ship it. There's your commercial, Furry Weekend Atlanta. I'll invoice you later. You can use this as your next ad. I love that though. Like a place for you to be who you want to be. If your skin sona is not who you really want to be, go be something else. Like, I love that. Yeah, Jimmy said, well said. I agree. I love that. And like conventions are such a place. I was literally talking about this, the therapy after the last con, my therapy session after the last con I went to process the part of the post-con funk that I was in was like, conventions are such inviting places for people to be nerds and nerd out and geek out about something hyper specific that they're into, that we probably got made fun of for as kids before it was cool to be a nerd. And I can only imagine that's tenfold at a FurryCon, because it's like, I imagine it's all people who are like, I don't feel comfortable every day of the week unless I am portraying myself as this, this version of myself. And to see that celebrated, like, I just get like the biggest good feeling surge. I love that. That's so cool that you have a place to go and just be, like you said, who you want to be. It's beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, I believe in that, and I believe in that weekend. And again, like I talked about how the first couple time I went, and it's like, this is a place where I belong. And hearing that, like hearing people say, like on their social medias, we got our social media team sent out a thing like, here's what people were saying this weekend. And so many of them were like, I feel like I belong here. And it's like, yes, that is great. I'm glad that we are still giving that feeling to others. So
yeah. Oh my God,
it's heckin' rewarding. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I feel it's so funny. I feel like the whole time we were talking about this convention, like, and board games, I'm like, maybe I should go. I mean, I already feel like I should go. If I go to any, it'll probably be the Anthrocon in Pittsburgh, because I tend to be in that city around that time anyway. But that's coming up soon.
I mean, yeah, you're logistically speaking, you are definitely should go to Anthrocon.
Right. Yeah, it's like 4, maybe 5 hours from me. You don't have to say where you're from, but you told me off stream. How far is that of travel for you to get to Atlanta?
About 5 or 6 hours, depending on how slow I want to take it.
Yeah. You drive down.
Yeah.
Okay. Oof. I just hop on the train. I just let somebody do all the work for me.
Oh, train would be so nice.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to.
I like.
Oh, go ahead. I'm confident.
That's a good. Right. I mean, I like to drive because like you can pack whatever. I had some friends that were like, "Cool, like, can you bring da 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 da?" I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely, I can," because they were all flying.
Hmm.
So I had to bring board games or whatever. I got to go to a tea party, so I got to bring tea. That was
Nice.
exciting.
I love a good tea.
Um, yeah, it was real. I'm trying to branch out. For the most of my life, my tea has either come in sweet or unsweet. Um,
Okay. You're like brisk.
so now it's like, yeah, yes. Occasionally get wild and get lemon,
Whoa.
but no, we've got a really cool tea place that opened up, and so I'm trying other things. And then one of my friend, the one that I was talking about, we've been working together for 10 years. She ran a tea party, and so she's like, "You're invited to my tea party," and I'm like, "I'll try to make it." And she's like, "No, you're coming to my tea party. I'll get somebody to cover your room." Fine.
Whoa. Nice.
Um. So that was a lot of fun. I got to see some artists, and then I got to fulfill a year-long promise I'd made to some of my attendees. So last year, are you familiar with Zombicide, the game?
I'm not. Oh, Jimmy says check
All
out
right.
D and T, some beautiful flavors that hit on a cold night. Okay, D and T.
Thank you. Thanks, Jimmy. I will look that up.
Yeah, I don't know them. If they have any kind of black tea, like any kind of flavored black tea, I'm in. That's like my go-to. Or I like matcha too. But thanks for the recommendation, Jimmy.
Nice.
But yeah, so Zombicide board game.
Nerd coded D&D tea.
Oh hell yeah! I thought it sounded. I was like, D. Is that a D and T reference or D&D reference?
D&T. Nice.
That's great. Try our Paladin tea.
Oh, so last year there were some people playing. Zombicide is a co-op board game about surviving the zombie apocalypse.
Okay.
And you're usually given like a mission that you have to do with like a couple of objectives, and the game just keeps throwing zombies at you every turn.
Dang.
And the more zombies that you kill, the more XP you get, but it also makes harder zombies show up. So like when you're level 1, you get like 2 walkers. You get level 2, and the same card might tell you get 3 runners. So it's a tough game, but it is a lot of fun. And there were these two attendees, and they were always just playing Zombicide. And I just started walking up to them and going like, "Hey, my adventurers, how are you doing?" Because they were doing like the medieval version of the game. And like, "Oh, we're doing really great, Poppy. I think we're going to win this one." Or, "Oh, we're not doing so well, Poppy. We're surrounded by zombies and my weapon just broke." "It's all right, adventurers. I believe in you. You've got this." They'd be like, "Thanks, Poppy." And then I'd go on and do my thing.
Uh-huh.
And so then on that Sunday night, I'm just sitting there doing my thing, and 2 fursuiters come up, and they're like, "Poppy, how are you doing?" And I'm like, "I'm good," but I don't recognize them because they're in suit, and they're like, "It's us, your adventurers."
Oh,
And
that's
I'm like,
funny.
"Oh, my adventurers, I didn't recognize you without you being in mortal peril." And they're like, "I know, it's weird." But they're like, "Next year, we want you to play a round of Zombicide with us." And I'm like, I'll do what I can. Like, "Yeah, if you can't play a full game, why don't you like at least play a round or 2 with us?" I'm like, "Okay, I will do that." And so I kept that in the back of my mind all year. And sure enough, I realized like I don't get their names. I don't have them on any social media platforms or messenger programs. I just kept calling them my adventurers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, hopefully they'll be there. And sure enough, this year they're like, "Poppy, it's us, your adventurers. Are you going to play Zombicide with us?" I'm like, "Yes." And so on Sunday, I'm like, "Hey guys, I'm gonna try to play Zombicide with this crew for like however long it takes. If you need anything, let me know." And because my crew is the best, they look at me and they go, "We've got this. Fuck off." And I'm like, "Okay, I will." Like, "Yeah, go fuck off until you're done." I'm like, "All right." So I get over there and we're playing. We play about an hour, and then something comes up that needs my attention. So I go and I take care of that, and then I make eye contact with a coworker. My coworker goes, "Are you done with Zombicide?" I'm like, "Well, no, not yet. We're about halfway done." It's like, "Cool, fuck off again."
Continue fucking
All right,
off.
will do. Yeah, like, "You fuck off until you're done. We'll get you if we need you." okay, we'll do.
Aggressive encouragement.
Dude, my team's the best. And they were also really good because I did set up a lot of cool stuff, and I wanted to like see the fruits of my labor. And so they'd be like, yeah, you're good to go walk around. We had some panels for the first time this year. We even reached a guy reached out and he's like, I want to do some adult panels in board game room. And I'm like, what kind of panels are that? And he's like, well, we're going to do one about how many nipples the cat-like race the tabaxi has.
Oh, whoa.
Okay. And he's like, yeah, we go through and we have audience discussion and we bring in points from like the Encyclopedia Britannica and like the D&D core book. And I'm like, that sounds awesome. And apparently it was a huge hit. And we did some other, so like I wanted to like go, I didn't like want to go see the whole panel, but I wanted to like just see a full panel room of people enjoying it because I had to plan the space, plan some of the gear, make sure that everything was set up to go. Same with our gaming stage. We had a gaming stage for the first time, and we ran a D&D adventure on there. I got to see some of that. Our Beyblade tournament was on a stage this year, and it was so cool because we had cameras on 3 of the 4 arenas.
Yo.
And it was so awesome, and I just loved getting a chance to just see all of that planning, working with the Beyblade team, working with the audiovisual team, and just working with the video game room because we were sharing the space. Video game room did show the finals of their Smash tournament on the stage as well.
Nice.
So they had everybody up on stage playing and the screen showing everything. It was so cool.
I love there's always a fighting game tournament of many fighting games at every con that I go to, and I always like to at least check out, like try to get there for like the finals and see like what the final rounds of each game are. I'm going to Evo this year, which is like that's the fighting game tournament. So
Yep.
yeah, my girlfriend got us tickets for our anniversary, which I was blown away for. That's something I've always wanted to go do.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of spectating, trying to compete in fighting games, and probably getting my ass handed to me because I'm trying to play too many. But yeah, I love when a convention has like an entire floor for their game room. Like the weird you're talking about, like the weird Japanese like rhythm game arcades and stuff. Like,
yep.
That's cool.
And apparently at one point Sonic Fox was just down there playing Tekken against people.
Yo! Oh my god, of course. Yeah. Of course Sonic Fox would be there. Like
I know Sonic Fox in passing, which is to say I passed by Sonic Fox in a hallway.
I did the same actually. They were at MagFest one year, and I was just like, I know that blue head anywhere. And they were just like carrying it. And obviously like I know their actual face, but I was like, I kind of geeked out. Like I don't tend to geek out a lot, but like Sonic Fox is Sonic Fox, and I was like, oh my god! And I was not expecting to see them, and I think they were like a little overwhelmed because I kind of like Terminator like ran them down. But yeah, it's super chill, super nice. Like never piss them off because they will destroy you in every fighting game. But
yeah.
I love. I've said this before, like on Talk Tuesday with Josh. I was like, I love that fighting games, which I do have to say are for the most part welcoming, but there is not. It's not without its corner of toxic masculinity, and I love that a black, queer, non-binary furry is like the best player at every fighting game ever. So these toxic bros get online like, yeah, fucking whatever, and then they just get like absolutely annihilated. And they're like, yeah, eat shit. I love it on so many levels. Yeah, I'm hoping to make some. I need more free time. I'm trying to make some shirts for I had an idea for like a line of shirts based on like fighting game like terminology, phrases, jokes, and memes and stuff. And it mostly came out of a pun, because I was like, it would be a really good apparel line for fighting game merch it's called counterculture. because like counters in in fighting games. But then I was like, because I'm a graphic designer, I was like, yo, wait, actually, if you spelled it with Kounter, you could stylize the KO and then just use the KO as the icon. And I was like, holy shit! If for nothing else than to do like a really cool portfolio piece, I want to like develop this brand, and maybe I have like a month to do it. So I don't know if it's gonna happen, but maybe come up with at least some shirt concepts, and like if I run into somebody like a Sonic Fox, or like, I don't know how familiar you are with like fighting game or like FGC content creators, but like a Maximilian dude, Wooly versus like who I haven't met Max. He's like the guy. He's like the fighting game guy. Give him like a business card, or like maybe if I get like a prototype shirt or something, I can have a couple that I can get in a small batch and maybe give out at something like that to like try to build interest for it. But you never know. This is one of the many things that I'm trying to do and get off the ground, which is why I'm like, I need more free time. Also stream 4 days a week. Anyway, yep. That was
you just need to devote one night of streaming to just shirt design.
Yeah. Fridays are my night off stream, and usually that's when I do a lot of my editing for, like, when this goes up on YouTube. I tend to do them all over the weekend. I tend to do them all on Fridays. I edit them. I trim out like the 5 minutes at the beginning and any like last stuff at the end. I make any edits if Josh accidentally says his kid's name on a Talk Tuesday, yeah, which he doesn't like her name said. I'm like, oh, I gotta go in there, edit that out, and then I have them go up over the weekend. So I can probably devote like Fridays to this project, but I also need to like put more lab time into like actually getting somewhat good at fighting games again. I used to compete like back in like Mortal Kombat 9 days, like 2011. I went to a couple tournaments and actually won a couple, and I got second place at a pretty big one at a con, which I was mad because first place was it was like $200 and you get a free like ticket to come back the next year, and it was an expensive con. I was like, damn it, I was one place away.
Oh no.
I need to shake the rust off though. It's been too long, and too many games have come out that have caught my passing interest. So now I'm kind of like jack of all trades, master of none.
Oh yeah, that sounds like me.
Yeah, is that you with like competitive board games?
Oh yeah, I am the guy that explains the rules. I read the rules so you don't have to. I have that on a t-shirt as well.
Nice. Have you heard of Windward, the game Windward?
I have not.
So I'm looking at it right now, and it's taking up like a way too much space. But so I kickstarted it, and it's basically Treasure Planet, like as a board game. So you play as like
that does sound really cool.
Yeah. There's this big like space map, and you play as like space pirates, and you're going around and like it's an asymmetrical game, so each ship has like its own like skills and stuff, and there's like these space leviathans that like you have to fight, and then when you kill them you get like resources from them. Like one of the pirates is like, or one of the captains is like basically like the Greenpeace of this universe, so they're trying to stop them all from killing these like space leviathan things. But it's really cool, and I got sucked into it because I was like, this art is awesome. I love the concept. I love the whole like solar punk space pirate thing. And it arrived. I looked at it. I was like, this is awesome. I looked at the art book, and I still haven't played it because it's like 2 hours to set up, and I need somebody like you who's like, I read the rules so you don't have to, and can explain it to me in English, because I just look at the instructions and I'm like, I don't. Is this the English version, or it's so easy to get overwhelmed with in-depth board games, which is why I like the simpler ones.
Yeah. Oh, there's especially simple games, especially for like a convention, are great. Like, I just wanted something for like me and my friends to do for half an hour. Cool. Here's Uno.
Right.
Everybody knows it. It's fun. Yeah. I love we've got so many party games.
Yeah, I love a party game. I love, like, I know it's like a basic bitch answer, but like Cards Against Humanity is always fun. I have a version of that called Ransom Notes, which is Cards Against Humanity, but you have fridge magnet words, and you just grab a handful and you just try to make your answer with like just random like fridge magnet little words. That's fun.
Okay, that sounds like a blast.
Yeah, that's another one. I think I kickstarted it, and they have. Is it within arm's reach? No, it's not. They have another one that I just got. I guess my hobby is buying board games and not playing them. So,
That is every board gamer's hobby.
I guess that's true. I got this one.
That is the...
Yeah, I'm sure that's the quintessential like board gamer experience. But they made another one called Venns with Benefits, like VENN, like Venn diagram, and it's like the two cards are each circle of the Venn diagram, and then the players have to write what would be the overlap. So the one example is like the one example is like, this circle is hugs from your or like, oh no, I think it's hugs, and then the other one was nipples, and then the crossover somebody wrote was is more awkward the longer they get. Or like more uncomfortable the longer they get. So it kind of lets you, play with that same kind of, Cards Against Humanity thing, but you're coming up with the answers, which I think is fun. Oh God, I'm dying.
Yeah.
Well,
there's so many great party games out there.
Hang on. Oh my God. Pausing real quick.
Yeah, it does sound like we might need to wrap up soon. You sound like you're on the verge of death.
I was going to say, I'm starting to, my medicine's starting to run out. I also realized I said pausing instead of muting. I did not pause.
See, that's the furry in you coming out now. It's all about
pause. Hang on now. We'll take a quick pause, PAWS. And you're going to come back next Talk Tuesday, and I'm going to be in a full fursuit, and the whole like design of everything's going to be changed, and just like total furry everything.
I wish
if I
we could have done this at my place, because you can see I have all the posters from the different FWAs up on the wall and behind. But yeah, I gotta watch the Fuzzmut here. So
yeah. Well, what better activity for a furry than hanging out with an actual canine? You're like, God, I wish I were you.
Okay, like he doesn't have a thing to pay in rent, so
right. Oh my God. For that reason alone, you get fed for free, you get housing for free. All you got to do is like get somebody's attention so you don't shit in the house. Like,
yep.
I know. I always think of the. I think it's a screenshot from a documentary with Hayao Miyazaki, and he's looking at a cat, and he's like, "Look at that! Not a care in the world. You don't have to pay bills or anything." That's the ideal life. Well, I would be remiss if I didn't at all talk about Sonic the Hedgehog real quick. I see the Sonic shirt. Do you have a favorite Sonic character, and why is it Tails?
It is Tails.
Yes.
Because I do appreciate Tails' pluckiness.
Yeah.
Like, he knows that he is in over his head, but he's going to try his best anyway.
Yeah.
And if worse comes to worse, he knows his friends have his back.
Yeah. I love Tails is great. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
No, like I said, like I am the Tails. Like, I show up, I'm not the hero, but I will help try to prop up the hero. I am on Josh's Patreon because I believe in Still Loading. It's a fantastic podcast.
Yeah.
And I cannot do the Still Loading, but I can help support Still Loading. I'm in your chat because I can't be XP, well, except for this week, but I can help support the XP experience. I can be that in that chat helping lift up. So yeah, I'm Tails. I'm the support character.
I love that.
And I have a multi-tailed fox. So yes.
I was going to say, I was like, it's pretty much, I mean, the Poppy Keaton has one more tail than Tails, and is also a fox, so they may be related. But I said this before we recording, and I told you I was going to say it again. I'm glad you brought that up, because I wanted to thank you and Jimmy, who I hope is still hanging around, because you two are constantly in my chat, and I said it makes me feel like less of an insane person when I'm talking to nobody. So I will be forever grateful for you guys' company. Oh, that was so weird because I saw your chat and I was like, oh, Keaton's here. Oh, Keaton's in the chat. What's going on? Oh, yeah, Jimmy does rock. Oh my God. Yeah, I think I need to call it. But yeah, no, thank you. Thank both of you. And thank everyone who stopped by. But yeah, thank you. Y'all too, especially. Your guest needs a haircut.
Thank you very much for having me and letting me talk about the furry fandom and the convention. It means I love talking about it. It means a lot. I want to get, like I said, word out there. I want more people to come, even if you just like know a friend is like, I live in Atlanta. Like, cool. What are you doing on Mother's Day weekend? Just go here, have a good time.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. I mean,
or you're always welcome.
Yeah, I've been to Atlanta once. Hang on.
Yeah, kidnap Josh, bring him down, and y'all can hang out and enjoy the con, the video game room, and all that good stuff.
I was in Atlanta one time and one time only, and it was for the Nier concert, which, oh my God, that was so good. The music in those games,
that sounds amazing.
Is phenomenal. Yeah, Yoko Taro, the creator, was actually there, and the composer, like from Japan, like dude came out with his weird like Majora's Mask ass looking head. It was awesome. That's some of the best music of any video game ever. Glad I found a way to shoehorn Nier into a conversation. But yeah, we went to Atlanta for that, and that was I really like Atlanta. A lot of like Philly vibes. We stayed at like a gorgeous hotel, and it wasn't too bad to fly down there. So there's a non-zero chance that if I add more cons to the repertoire of the year. I mean, after this freaking Evo, which is in Vegas, we're staying at a real nice hotel. Like that might wipe us out for the rest of the year. But luckily, I have a year to save up for it.
I was gonna say, good thing it's not until next year then.
Yeah, I keep thinking it's sooner, but no, it just happened. Yeah, the ones right now I normally just do ZenkaiCon because that one's close to me. MagFest, which is in like January. Yep, there goes the voice. And sometimes Colossal. We're thinking about doing Colossal Con East for just a day, maybe like that Saturday, because that one's up.
Okay.
What's that?
Kaiju convention?
No, that would be cool though. Oh my God, yo, I gotta see if there's like a Tokusatsu convention for like Godzilla and Power Rangers and Super Sentai and Kamen Rider. But no, it's an anime con, but the whole gimmick is that it's at a water park. So it's like,
oh, that's cool.
The whole con is the beach episode, and it's great. And there's like, it's dangerous though, because there's like swim up bars and like it's
wow.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's kind of a party con. I've heard some pretty gnarly stories. And pretty sure I was solicited to join an orgy one year when I went, but I was not single at the time, so I was like, no. Also, I didn't want to take anything home. So
it's always nice just to be nominated.
Right. I was like, thank you for even considering me. I want to thank the Academy for the nomination. Anyway, yeah, we can wrap up. I was going to ask something else about Sonic when you mentioned Tails. Not to circle back right before close. Oh, I was going to say, have you read any of the comics or played Sonic Frontiers or interacted with anything written by Ian Flynn?
As far as Sonic goes, yeah, I owned the original Sonic 1
Nice.
from Archie Comics. And I took a break for a few years, maybe a decade, but I was even there at the end of the Archie comic run. That stuff was phenomenal. And Texas Furry Fiesta a few years ago, I got to go to a panel that was just titled "The Weird Ass Shit from the Sonic Comics,"
which there was a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the best part was there was someone dressed as a Dr. Eggman cosplayer that was there.
Excellent.
And they got into some weird plot And I just turned to look at him. And he just shrugged and went, "It was a bad time in my life, all right."
That's awesome. Yeah, well, I was gonna say the newer comics, like the IDW run that came out a few years ago, has been excellent. Specifically, if you're a Tales fan, and Sonic Frontiers, both written by Ian Flynn. The way that he handles all the characters, he really understands them. But I love the way that he writes Tales because he gives every character so much more depth. But if you're a fan of Tales, I would definitely check out any of the new IDW comics. Like they're like a jumping on point. It's like there's the Archie stuff, and then this is like a whole new thing. So you don't have to know, nothing about nothing. Anyone can jump into these, and I've loved them so far.
I'll keep an eye out for some trade paperbacks. Thank you.
Yeah.
See if my local library has it.
That's how I've been reading them. Is my library. I'll order them. I'm doing the same thing with Berserk. I'm like, ain't no way I'm buying 13 fucking gigantic Bible ass size, like, like encyclopedia, I should say. I don't have the shelf space or the strength to hold them all. But yeah, I've been doing those with the Sonic comics, and they're I think 12 issues and the big hardcover paperbacks. It's gorgeous. Oh my god, I could talk about those forever, but I don't think I can talk about anything for much longer. So we should probably wrap up. Let me see if anyone is streaming real quick to do a quick raid.
Yeah, while you're doing that, thanks again for having me. I do appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you. Oh, Josh is here. It's been a night, but hello all. Congrats on your Talks Tuesday debut, Keaton. Oh, Drew is streaming. Yeah, we'll have to send you guys over to Drew. You came just in time, Josh. And see, whenever I tab out, you just disappear. Anyway, this is breaking my brain that I'm talking to you and seeing you in chat. Yeah, Josh came here just in time for Dark Souls.
You took me off the screen, so I just kind of went mentally when I'm no longer here.
No, it's a weird, again, Discord just being Discord.
Yeah, I got you.
Whenever I tab away, it's like nope. Oh, you're gone. No one's here. This is your punishment, I guess. There's an ad break anyway. Anyway, yep. Oh my god, come back, please. There we go. Okay. The rage is always brewing. Yeah, thank you again, Keaton, for coming on. Congratulations on your debut. I know a while ago we were talking about connecting and talking / playing maybe together a Sea of Thieves. Maybe we can do an experience share about that where you can kind of tell me why you love it so much, and maybe that'll be enough for me to play it. It's on my list.
I mean, yeah, Sea of Thieves is just you just gotta experience it, and maybe you'll have a good time, or maybe you won't. But
yeah, I've always been interested. I just have so many things on my list. Jimmy, do it. Well, thank you. Thank you again, Poppy. Thank you. Well, thank you, guy, gal, and non-binary pal, Poppy Keaton. And thank you all to all of you. Wow, I'm crashing. Thank you to the rest of the guys, gals, and non-binary pals out there. Fun stuff, homies. Cheers, friends. Thanks, Jimmy. I will send y'all off to Drew. Have a good night. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Drink more water. Go to therapy. And my only recommendation can be go to a furry con.
Darn right.
Have a good night. Anything you want to shout out, Poppy, before we send them away?
No. If you're free on Mother's Day weekend next year, go to FWA. We'd love to have you.
Hell yeah. All right. Have a good one. And
take care.
Stay safe. Love y'all.
You too.